Greetings, everyone. Wait, did I hit the button? Yes, I hit the button. Can you hear me? Hello. We have the Raiders from Debbie J's Crafted Corner. Thank you for all that popped over. Jana says, waiting. I know. I'm here, though. I'm almost on time. I forgot to open because, you guys, it's Simon Hurley release day, and I've been blessed once again for all the goodies. It just doesn't want to open today. And sometimes I just want to share live, and then I'll make videos. Or we just use it in the lives, like all the time, because that one was just angry. Can't even. What is going on here? I can't get a grip. It's hot up here. And the plastic is like slipping through my fingers. There we go. And then I'll deal with the bottom part later. Or you can start at the bottom and find where the plastic is. Again, stabbing away from yourself. And then we play a game. Can we spiral the plastic off in one fell swoop? It's like peeling an orange. Can you get it off in time? Mary Alice says, because we froze, apparently. I do apologize. But we're back. Because I'm looking at me struggle. I'm on the struggle bus once again with the cap. We have stopped. We did not successfully win that round. But we're going to take our knife and we're going to put it in sideways. And then we're going to flip it up. You see that? We flipped it up. We did it right on the seam where the plastic met. No, it is a hot day. I had audio issues the other day. So I switched audio source. Let me know if you can hear. Let me know if you. This one again. Sometimes the plastic is just great. It does its job. Frozen. I see me moving. I'm cutting through. Okay, no problem with the sound. Okay. I don't know if I was frozen or if I was just waiting. Like, I was still. So, I don't know. But we're here. We're here. And we have 6 new colors of the solar spray. The original 6 have yet to go home to the home they have back there. I do have a home for them, but I use them so much. They just haven't. Mine keeps blinking out on audio. I had that problem yesterday. Half of them were like, no, the audio is good. And the other half were like, no, we can't hear you. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But, you guys, the original 6, I'm not kidding. Like, they come full. Let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so they come full. They're full. This is way up here, nice and full. Mine's down here. That's down there. Some of them, like this one, Crocodile Tears, is way down here. Like way down here. Look, I might need another one. I might need another one because, you guys, that's how much I use them. If you don't follow me, then you don't understand. And you have to follow me to understand. You have to follow me to understand. Well, I don't know. YouTube updated and it's glitchy. I don't know. I hope they get their stuff together. I can't lose followers because of glitchiness. Cheryl Jackson! You knocked over your pity party? Oh my gosh. That is one of my fears. Like when we take... You guys, we take the lids off for different techniques. Sometimes we spill them. And then we cry about it. And we have a pity party. Have a pity party for T. Because she spilled her pity party. It's a pity. It's a pity. But, they're full of mica. They're full of mica goodness. If it gets cloggy-woggy and you can't unclog it and it doesn't spray, you're going to hop on over to Ranger, and you're going to pick yourself up a pair of replacements. $3.99. It makes them $1.50 a piece. And then you have a new sprayer to go spit. So you can get replacements. You can get, while you're getting replacements, you can get your pity party. Get your pity party going. Oh wait, it's a pity party that didn't have a cap. So sad. While you're picking up your replacements, pick up the new Simon Hurley Smooth Watercolor Cardstock, now available at Ranger Ink. Support your creator, and please use the affiliate link in the link tree down below. Ooh. Okay. Watercolor paper is not cardstock. It's a cardstock, yes, but it's not cardstock for, like, it's a different beast, right? Watercolor paper is designed to use up watercolor. And why is Simon Hurley coming out with watercolor paper when he doesn't have watercolors? Because, my friends, we have re-inkers. Granted, they're not watercolors. They're made a little bit differently. They have other chemicals in here to keep them runny, keep them squashy, right? They're meant to go on ink pads and stay juicy. Okay, not exactly a watercolor, but you can use them like a watercolor. You can use them like a watercolor. I love using my re-inkers like watercolors. I even have a tray. Pardon me. My tray's a little buried because I don't have enough flat surfaces to store all the stuff I don't put away on. I don't put things away. Anyways, at Ranger, while you're picking up your watercolor paper, pick up the Distress Alcohol Ink. Is it Distress? Probably not. It's the Alcohol Ink color palette. Yes, I know. It says alcohol ink on it, but we crafters take what we want from all the things. Okay? Then you're gonna drip. One or two drips. That's all you need of your re-inkers in there, and you've made a watercolor palette. It'll stay like this until you wash it out. It'll stay like this till you wash it out, or use them up. Which, like shooting, which one is that? Is that Shooting Star? Yeah, Shooting Star right there is a little low. So we go over here, we find Shooting Star. We give it a little shake. Re-inkers are made with various colors. Sometimes those colors separate. Mix them up. And then do 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. The third guy jumped in. The third guy was like, no, I want to play too. So, shooting star. And then, which one is that? That's over the moon. I really should write on them because I'm senile. And then 1, 2. Oh, this guy, he needed the third one too. Beasts and Sludge. What is our crafty world coming to? I know. Simon Hurley today, if you missed it, had his reveal. He always, on release day, he does noon Eastern release video. Sometimes alive, so you just got to go over and watch out. And he called it Sludge, the mica sludge at the bottom, which it is. It's sludgy. But sludges and beasts. Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited for this watercolor paper because it's paper. I love paper. It has the feel of watercolor paper. Like, it's a different beast. It's not cardstock. It's not ultra smooth, but this is probably a hot press paper because it's not as bumpity. Look at Frosty go. It's not as bumpy as cold press watercolor paper. Cold press watercolor paper has a lot of dips and valleys and grooves and stuff, and it can be a little bit tricky to stamp on. Hot press watercolor paper is a lot smoother and nicer to stamp on. So let's get going. Let's do something. If you guys watch Simon Hurley today and you want to see something, post it. If you want to see colors put together, post it. This is release day. I'm here for you guys. And I'm here to play. I'm here all day. No, not all day, you guys. You get me for like an hour. Maybe 2. Maybe an hour and a half. I don't know. Oops. I need to clean my chop. Sometimes it makes fuzzies. If your chopper is not cutting clean because you're being silly, it probably needs cleaned. Mine needs cleaned. Because if there's a smackerel dusting on the edge, on either edge, it's not going to allow it to connect properly. We're going to cut these down to A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Why? Because it's a 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper, and we want it in quadrants. Oh, well, that one really messed up too, but we're not worried about it, you guys. The paper, let's just clean. Yeah, see, there's gunk. There's gunk on it. I know I said let's clean, but not. Aw, Anna Moret says she's sad because her break is over in 15 minutes. Well, let's do something quick. Okay, so I have my paper. Let's move this paper. Let's put all this paper back in its bag because I don't want to get it all inky, right? And then I'll have to give it another home. A proper home. Proper home. You get 8 pieces. You get an 8-pack of smooth watercolor cardstock by Simon Hurley Create, and that's the SKU. If you like to hunt by the SKU, you get 8 of those bad boys or girls, either way, or good. I mean, they don't have to be bad boys. They could be good boys. I'm just saying. Okay, we got that. You know what we don't have? You know what we don't have? We don't have a jug of water. Please hold. All right, we're back. So lucky I didn't have to run down the stairs. It's really hot up here. You guys, it's really hot up here. Okay, so, and really messy, apparently. I got water everywhere. Don't mind me. Okay, we're going to hose it down. Hose it down. I hosed it down because, as I said, these are not watercolors. They're reinkers. But we can get them to work like watercolors, but you need some water. Get you some water. I don't know what we want to do. What do we want to do? We want to dip into this color, and we're going to drag it across. We're going to dip into this color. We're going to drag it across. See, reinkers, they like to just settle in there. But we can work them to do whatever we want to do. And if we remember that they're reinkers and not watercolors, we can get them to do different things. It's going down very nice though. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was a good one. I actually had a good amount of water on there to get it to bleed downwards. It's kind of oceanic-y. Aw! I had a smidge on my finger. Look at that. Isn't that terrible? I'm using all the blues. I'm using all the blues. But look at that wicking. Oh, we like it when it wicks. Oh, that's nice. We're going to go over that. See, we don't have enough water there. But it's doing nice other things, right? Well, that's nice. It's so nice. It's so interesting. Like, we just do whatever, right? Ooh. Paper's doing... I mean, do you see? I added a lot of water. What is the paper not doing right now? It's not buckling. What does it mean to buckle? I'll show you. I'll show you what a buckled piece of paper can do. And this thing is sopping wet. Okay. We're going to get the Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock. And I'm just going to show you why we needed the watercolor paper. Stark White, water. We're hosing it down just like we did the other. And I know you guys can't see it exactly, but do you see that shadow? I mean, look at that. I can get my finger under there. That's what it's called to buckle. It buckles. I don't know why they call it, because you know a buckle goes in and out and does all the thing, but that's what it's doing. It's raising up. Okay, you see that? And not only did I spray this piece, I sprayed it just like that, but I also went in with a very wet brush. Cardstock, watercolor paper. A nice quality of watercolor paper, because some watercolor papers do buckle. But they're okay. I mean, look at that. I know, right? All the things. And then this one allowed the water to sit on top for a little bit. This one, the water just went in. So we're going to have to put some more water on. And we're going to have to put some more water on. And we're not gonna get the wicking like we did out of the other stuff. It's just gonna be different. Is it terrible? No. Will you have to remember that you have to treat it differently? Of course. You have to treat it differently anyways, because these are re-inkers. These are not watercolors. But you can get them to work like watercolors. You just have to remember to add extra water. See, there's a lot of water on this paper, but it's not wicking. We're not getting that wicky. And there's way more water on there than there was on here. So if you like wicking, because it's so pretty, you gotta go with watercolor paper. See how it wicked a little bit and then like totally absorbed back in. So you can still do stuff with any kinds of your regular cardstocks. Okay, you're just gonna get different techniques and outcomes. Like I have to use a lot, right? It's just gonna. They're different beasts. They're different. I actually like that though. Let me fix that. That no diving. Look at that no diving. I know. It's so pretty. And see, it doesn't pull that color down like a watercolor does. I've got so much water. It's too heavy to buckle now. It's too heavy. Are those, they're re-inkers. They're re-inkers. They're not watercolors. But they're gorgeous. That's no diving re-inker. That one is Breakup Blue, and then that one's Clear Skies, and that one in there is Remember Me. We didn't use Midnight Snack. Let's throw Midnight Snack in there. He's looking all alone. There's your Midnight Snack. And it's pilling. I added too much. It pilled. But yeah, there's all your colors of the Blue Family re-inkers. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they pretty? But it's sopping wet. This piece is like totally sopping wet, you guys. Watercolor paper, not watercolor paper. You're just going to get different things. And you're going to have to work a little bit harder because it's not watercolor paper. This one's almost dry. You can tell when it's dry because it's cold. Or you can tell when it's wet. When your paper's wet, it's cold. When it becomes room temperature again, it's dry. But, yeah. So let's close this up. And then we're going to do some watercolor technique on our watercolor paper. I'll clean that up a minute. We're going to take our new background stamp. Our new one. We has a new one. You guys, are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready? Look it. He was using it. And I was like, dude, if we turn it on its side, it could be seaweed. Doesn't that kind of look like seaweed? But then if you've got your waves, it is called, you guys, I don't even know what it's called. Salt water. Or seaweed. Saltwater seaweed. I really want to make some seaweed. Now, you could say that the black areas is the seaweed, or the black areas is the water, and then you fill in the blank areas with your green to be the seaweed, which is what I'm thinking. We're going to do blue, and then we're going to paint in the green. So yeah, we're going to make some seaweed. We're going to make some seaweed. And we're going to take our watercolor paper, and we're going to go like this. It's going to be beautiful. But we want it to be wishy-washy. I don't want it crisp. And if you put a slice in it, you could have a... Pam! That's a genius idea. We're totally going to put a slice in it and put a fish. Because we have the fish. We have the fish. We can put... Ooh, which fish shall we use? I don't know. Look at all those fishes. And the crabbies, and the lobster, and the shells, and the ocarp, squid, octopi. No, he's an octopus, but you know what I mean. Anyways. And then we also have a stencil. And another stencil. And these are the new material stencils. New material. New material. So these ones will not stick to your sticky mats. Armchair crafter. Yes. Okay, so let's get some blue on here for our oceany bits. So we're going to go light to dark, because when you're in the ocean, I think it's dark. And anyways, we're going to do it that way. And we're going to go with some no diving and some clear skies. Because it's clear skies, but you can't go diving. We're going to start with clear skies. I don't need the whole thing. I just need enough, right? So we're going to... These are the felt pads. Not to be confused with the brand new Stellar Inks, which have a foam pad. Do not do this with your foam pads. With your foam pad, you're probably going to do tappity taps, not scrubbity scrubs. This is why you need both. And then we're going to go in here. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to go in there and we're going to gently hose it down. Break is over, but I'm watching halfway through it without sound. Girl, you're so funny. Okay. So I added some water, which made it kind of bubbly. We don't care, because we're using watercolor paper. And we're going to attack it. We're going to set it and press it. Boom. Just like that. We got it. We got it, you guys. It's on there. Now we're going to give it a massage. Massage it. Just a little bit. If you don't want your fingers, if you don't want your fingers, you could totally do this in your stamping platform. But when you missed it, just know when you flip the lid, you might get some drips. Or tape the paper to the lid. I don't know. You guys do whatever makes you happy. Oh, look at that. I know, right? No diving in clear skies. That's what you do. No diving in clear skies. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Oh, look at the... Just admire the blend in between. It didn't look too hot when we inked them up. You leave a hard separation. You can get rid of the separation line with an ink blending brush or with water. On your watercolor paper. Look at that. We got seaweed, you guys. Or if we'd inked it up the other way, you would have had beautiful two-tone waves or oceany bits. But you guys, we didn't do that. We're gonna keep using the re-inkers. follow along. You'll see me using the watercolor paper with other watercolors because, well, I'm going to have to do a video showing you with regular watercolors. But today is all about Simon Hurley because it's his release day. So we're going to use the reinkers. We have all the greens right here and the yellowy greens. Let's use the yellowy greens because I don't use them very often. There is Psych and Viper. Psych and Viper right there. Which is which? I don't know. One of them is Psych. One of them is Viper. Crystal's Creations, Wyckoff. Hello, hello. Lisa Acker. I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello. How are you? I'm going to clean off this brush. And then I'm going to get a roundy brush. I'm just going to get a roundy brush. This one's been abused a little bit. He's a little fluffing. He's fluffing fabulous, though. We're going to take some water. And we're just going to add some water and pull the water out with our fingers. Or a towel. Just gently. We don't want to completely dry it. And then I'm going to go back in for some more water. Okay, and then we're going to grab up this one. And then we're going to color our seaweed. And we don't care if we go out of the lines, you guys. No problemo. Look at that. Let me just double check, you guys. So this one is Psych, and this one is Viper. So the one I'm using right now is Psych. And then at this point, we're using the reinkers and the paintbrush like a marker, okay? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, take the hubby to the airport. I hope you have a safe drive. And because the Simon Hurley inks are water reactive, because I'm going in with a wet medium over the blue, we're creating this green. And you guys, it's okay. Let it bleed together. Let it do the things because we're making seaweed in the murky depths. Again, we don't mind if it goes over. I'm not here for perfection. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up. This little seaweed is escaping. It's more concentrated. Is escaping. It snapped right there. Some fishy got a hold of it and broke it. Now you could totally take your time and make sure that your colors don't bleed into each other. But who has time for that? I was gonna try and then I'm like, nope, I don't have time for that. Look at our seaweed. And if your seaweed needs some shadow, well, you'll go back in with some other colors and do some shadowy bits. But doing this on the watercolor paper, you can feel confident that it's not going to buckle and do some weird stuff because you're adding the water. You're not going to get pilling if you're scrubbing it just a little bit too hard. Although, just be careful. You know, even watercolor paper can pill if you max it out. Pilling paper happens when you've maxed out the paper. And the paper is like, I can't take anymore. I'm now going to shred and ball up and be like a linty sweater. A linty sweater? Like, sometimes my vocabulary and descriptions are fun, aren't they? Oh, I love it. I'm so glad I saw that. I'm like, dude, turn it sideways. It could be seaweed. Salt water. The versatile stamp that can be seaweed. And then our crafty friend Pam, PJB Stampa, says, let's put a fish in it, which we will. We're going to slice it and put a fish. But we got to get all of our seaweed down first. Okay, so let's go in with Viper. And we're going to just kind of do some line work. Maybe if I can get a steady hand to draw a line down the center. Yeah. Oh yeah, the line. Cheryl Jackson says, your vocabulary is always fun. Thank you. You guys don't just come here for my fake it till you make it. You come here for the misspoken words, the crafty lies. If you guys don't know what a crafty lie is when you say you're going to do something and then you change your mind, or it's the wrong terminology, or anything that is wrong with what you said. I tell crafty lies all the time. I say, oh, let's do this, and then we don't do that. It's a crafty lie. But they're fun. Crafty lies are not harmful. No one was harmed in the crafty lie. Oh, look at that. Psych and Viper. Psych and Viper. And sometimes it's colorful too. Just not on YouTube. Right. I use colorful words on the TikToks and the Twitchies, because they're not as... Sometimes I slip though. Sometimes. Okay, so we have that. Now we need a fish. We need a fish. Let's go fishing. Fishy, fishy. Fishy, fishy. I think this guy is exceptional, little fishy. He looks very joyous. And we're going to throw a crab in there. We're going to throw the crab down here. And then we're going to hide a fishy in there. It looks luscious, right? It makes really good seaweed. Or like I said, you could reverse it. You could stamp it in green and then do blue in between. So it's like really thick seaweed. So you can switch it. But we're going to pull out the under the sea. Under the sea. That's where I'll be. I would really like to be at the sea. Celebrate. Celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate this new release with a fish and a crab. Crab. Which fish did I want? I want that fish. I need to get that fish. Come here, fish. Photopolymer. Smells like photopolymer. Thick like photopolymer. It's sticky like photopolymer. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. And this is definitely the duck. It is photopolymer lovely goodness. We need to set this aside. We need some of that Simon Hurley cardstock. Why? We can stamp on anything, but it's all about Simon Hurley. And what did I do with it? We need the Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock. I need more. Oh, I was supposed to ask my crafty challenge friend, is cardstock, like, not color, like, can I get more of this if I run out before I move? Or is this a no-no? Because I will hold off if I have to. I'll hold off if I have to. We're gonna put these on here, but we're gonna make sure that we have enough room for the dye. Cause spellbinders! We really appreciate spellbinders working with Simon Hurley to get coordinating dyes, because we know spellbinder dyes are fabulous. No. Okay, I was just checking. No, I will not. I will covet the few last pieces that I have. Unless somebody wants to mail me some Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock. I know. I'll put it on my wish list. You guys, I have a wish list. It keeps growing. Because you have other white cardstock. Right. But on Simon Hurley Day, this is what we use. I've got lots of white cardstock. I've got tons. Just not a ton of Simon Hurley's. Okay. Come here. We're going to go here. We're going to make sure we've got room for die cutting. We're going to pick up our stampies. Our stamps, we're going to pick up. No, we are not set to move. I am nowhere near ready to move, but I have a challenge that I cannot buy any more crafty supplies until I move. So, hopefully. I'm looking at my colors, thinking of what colors to color these fish. Now, I know Pam made the suggestion and we should color a fish yellow. However, I don't want it to totally disappear, so we're going to go with an orange yellow fish. Orange and yellow. So what does that mean? We're going to stamp it with Shooting Star, and then we're going to ink it again, but with an orange. Oh, let me grab a Shooting Star in this one, because these ones, it's the same ink, but the pad releases the color differently. Gentle taps. Bye, Miss Pam. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so we got Gentle Taps as Shooting Star, and we're going to press. Look at that. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with our tiny blenders. Tiny blenders that are cooked. These suckers are hot. Oh, no, I already used the yellow because it was your suggestion. And then we're going to go with Guppy and I think maybe a little bit of red. A little bit of Bee Sting. Bee Sting and Guppy. So what we're going to do is we're going to like color our stamp. We're going to color the stamp. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Guppy. Let's go Guppy first. Like, this guy went to the hair salon and he's doing his stuff, right? So we're going to go, I need a red one too. I need a red. This one's for red. That one's for red. And do I have another? Yes, I do. I want the bigger orange one. Okay. So we're going to go with some orange. Gentle taps into your foam. No swirling and ripping up your foam pad. We're going to get the underbelly with some of this Guppy. And I'm just going to tap it and blend it in there. And then we're going to do some across the top. So I'm leaving the And I'm going to do the eye. We're just tapping in some color. We just tap it in. Tap, tap. And because we're using our stamping tool, okay. Look at that. Look at that fish. We have shooting star down the middle, across the nose, and then we're going to add, we added some guppy in there. I'm going to add guppy one more time in the same areas, just to darken it up just a tiny bit. Just want a little bit darker because we're using our stamping platform. Everything's holding everything together. Ah, it's gorgeous. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with our oh no, bee sting. I was like, I already used that, so we're gonna grab up some bee sting. Oh, I was like, where'd my bee sting brush go? Okay, so we're gonna grab the red and we're just gonna do the tips of the fins. And then I'm going to go in with the orange and just kind of tap it out a little bit because I don't want any harsh lines. Red is really dark, so we're going to use that. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that superb detail. Look at that. And look at just how cute is that, right? It's so adorbs. So we're going to do similar to the crab. We use guppy and shooting star on our fish. So we're going to go with like roar. We're going to pull our fish off. We're going to go with like roar for our crab. We're going to do roar and maybe some game over. We're gonna darken up our crab a little bit. We're gonna do roar. We're gonna do a base of roar. And we'll probably have to stamp this a couple of times because the felt pads don't release the ink like the foam pads do. And roar is still on just in the original pad. We'll cross our fingers that it makes the transition to the other pad. But look at that. Look at that. I know. So pretty. So pretty. And then we're going to take our game over and we're going to get our little tiny blender. I got mine on Amazon, you guys. They're just little makeup blending brushes, and I'm gonna go in and do some like knuckles and joints and things. I don't know, I'm just gonna add red where I feel like adding a red. And I'm just going to tap it out to blend it. I don't know. We'll probably have to do it again. It's no big deal though. Oh, look at him. Isn't he so pretty? Oh, I think he's fabulous. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, you guys, just look at them. Just look at them. We take that little bit of extra time to plop in the ink in a more specific way, and we get this greatness. We get the greatness. But we're gonna do some die cutting. Will those fit in there? They'll fit in here. I'll make them fit in there. I don't know. I need some scissors. I need some scissors. And then we have a nice chunk. I do keep my Simon Hurley chunks with the Simon Hurley paper though, just so I know, because it's great for stamping and blending on. Okay, and then we're gonna go through our dies. You guys, look at our dies. Look at, that's for our octopus, and the squid, and that fishy, and the lobster. Oh, here's our crab. Is this the fish that we need for that one? No, that fish is going the wrong way. Yeah, not that fish. Maybe this one? Oh, yep, that's him. Oh, good. Oh, good. And that's you. That's fabulous. And then we're going to get our little guy. If I had the sidekick, I wouldn't have to cut the paper down so much. Just saying. Just saying. Sidekick is on my wish list. One day I will have the sidekick. The Simon Hurley sidekick. We don't want no stinking lavender sidekick, you guys. We want a Simon Hurley black sidekick. Do we need it? Absolutely not. Do we really want one? Abso-freaking-lutely! I must have it. Eventually. But I can wait patiently. Okay, this is a little weird to line up because the butt piece, they're doing their best to cut out a lot of the white space for us. So look up here. Oh, sorry. The butt piece, they're doing a lot to cut out the empty, the white spaces. So we're going to try and line it up at the top. And try not to look there because it's a little bit confusing. Why do I say that? Because I'm looking at that area and it's a little bit confusing. So let me turn it over. Let me turn it around. Oh, sorry. Scout. S-C-O-U-T. Scout. You guys, that was another crafty lie. I do have the sidekick. He's little. He's so little. I want this scout, and then I wouldn't have to cut things so close. Scout is on my wish list. The black scout. Thank you, Maddie, by the way, for correcting my fibs. I'm fibbing. I don't even know what I want. I just say the things, and I say it wrong. And I would apologize, but I would be apologizing all day, every day. And I just... Who's got time for that? Look at this. Look it. Spellbinders die. Thank you. Thank you for cutting it so fluffing wonderful. Fluffing great. Look at that. They just... These are the X-Acto knife parts. This is, you either cut around an X-Acto knife or you just cut around and have big old white spaces. So thank you, Spellbinders, for the fine detail work that I'm sure Mr. Simon Hurley was like, hey, can we do that? Because he's a fussy cutter too, and he likes to cut as close as he can in some areas and stuff too, right? So we know he's like, hey, can we cut that out? I know it. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. He would be like, is it possible to make sure we don't have that much white space? And the Spellbinders, being attention to detail, they're like, oh, of course. That wouldn't be a Spellbinders die if we didn't cut out some of that tiny detail for you. I don't know. That's just the story that goes on in my head. And because I used these Simon Hurley Stark White cardstock, which is like 110 pound paper, it's a thick paper. So these little things become like little, I want to say embellishments, which they are. They're going to embellish it, but they're ephemera. Homemade ephemera. So when you're pulling out your ephemera and you're like, I don't know, you either make your ephemera or you buy your ephemera. And today we're making Simon Hurley ephemera. And then we've got even little stencil makers. Look at that little, ooh, I have an idea for that stencil maker. Anyways, let's get this out of the way. Let's get the sidekick out of the way. If it was a scout, I would say let's get the scout out of the way, but I don't have a scout with Simon Hurley's name on it. Anyways, don't mind me. It's a crazy day. It's hot. It's the heat. My brain is being affected by the heat. That's what I'm going to say. And when it's cold out, my brain is affected by the cold. That's why I'm like this 365 days a year. Right? No, I don't know. Okay, we need our fish. We need a cutting mat. Where's my cutting mat? It's right there. We need a cut mat. We need an X-Acto knife. And we need our seaweed. Where are we going to put our seaweed or our things? Okay, so we've got this. We got our little crab. Look at him. Look. Oh. Okay, so we got a little crab. He's going to go there. And then we're going to have this little fish like poking out. Hiding in the seaweed. Where is he going to hide? I think I want him there. I think I want him there. Which means I'm going to cut a line there to there, there to there, there, and there. Oh wait, no, what's that going? That one doesn't need cut. Nope. But this one, we're going to cut there and there, and then to there, to there. And then this one and this one. I don't know if this is going to work. I want him to like peeking it through. I want to weave him in. I want to weave him in and out. Is it going to work? I don't have a clue, you guys. We're going to find out here real quick. So I'm just going to connect my dots by following the seaweed. Okay. Got really quiet because I don't want to cut my fingers off. Okay, then we're gonna see if we cut enough. No, we did not cut through. We did not cut through to the other side, so we're just gonna go back over it. That one was much better. Let's try this one again. It's thick watercolor paper, you guys, so you might have to go through a couple of times. There we go. And apparently I need a new blade because that's not very sharp. How do I know it's not sharp? If your knife is doing that, leaving rips instead of cuts, put a new blade in it. It's no longer safe. So I want to go through the middle first. Oh, you guys. We have thunder. We have the thunder. Oh, that was a nice one. If I lose you guys, I will post a picture on the Instagrams And Facebook, I am still in Facebook jail, so you'll have to actually like go into Facebook. We're just gently trying to weave this fish into my cut zones. And it looks like actually I need to cut up on this side a little bit because it's not wanting to go in. What are we hooked up on? The fins. Okay, I need to cut down a little bit more. And I need to cut up. So we're just gonna finesse this guy in here. Take our time. We're not in a hurry. If you're in a hurry, I'm sorry. I'm not. I need this fin because I gotta shove his face through the front one here. Like, I'm not sure what he's stuck on at this point. There's some stickery going on. This one's a little tough. Could we have just cut the fish into sections and shoved it through? Probably. But this is more challenging and we're gonna make it work. Because that's what I like to do. I like to make things work. I have a vision. Granted, it's Pam's vision modified, but it is our vision. Okay, I think I got it. Now all we gotta do is shove his face in here. Vision. Okay, I think I got it. Now all we gotta